Hey everybody, welcome into Northern Life, here with Briggs. I am Hunter, and there is no guy over there. Ryan Half, unfortunately, is out here today, so I think he'll be back again tomorrow. We'll see what happens, but we're going to miss him today, obviously.
I know. I think this is the first show that you and I have ever done solo.
You're right.
I know.
We usually, we scarf up somebody from downstairs.
Scarf them up.
We get Kendall, we get Heidi, we get somebody down there, but I don't think anybody was available today, so it's me and you rocking this thing.
Let's go. Woo!
Let's do it. But we, over the weekend, we haven't had a chance to talk about the weekend. My voice is a little rough from the weekend.
I was going to say.
It's been a long weekend of gigs. We were up in Eveleth, and then we were in Cook. And I got to tell Ryan when he gets back, but just the amount of people at every single gig that we go to that talk about this show and how much they love this show is just, it's so awesome and heartwarming to hear about how many people watch this show everywhere. It's so cool. So
I love that.
They talk about you, they talk about Ryan, and they just say how good of a job they think that we're all doing. So that's awesome to hear, folks.
Fans all around the Northland. I met a fan of yours this weekend too at the Crooked Pints Friday for dinner. Betsy?
Oh, sure. I know Betsy. I know Betsy.
From the Brimson area. She said she gave you the book.
Yes.
From Brimson.
I still have it here in the studio. It's downstairs. And yeah, she's a lovely lady. So.
She was a whole lot of fun.
We love her. But anyway, coming up on today's show, we got a lot going on. We're heading to the auction. The team at Rafter Auctions stopped by our studio, teaching us how to be auctioneers as we help sell a few fun items during today's blindfold. A lot of fast talking, Briggs. It took a lot of work to get that down.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't have our voices go out after that.
Seriously, we should have, definitely.
Oh, good thing that she wasn't today with your raspy voice already. Then after that, a Texas researcher dives into the question, do dogs talk? We meet the professor who is dedicated to uncoding the language of man's best friend. I hope the answer is yes.
Me too.
Let's cross our fingers for that. Well, let's get into today's talker, shall we? A Massachusetts man is going viral on TikTok after a TSA agent at MSP pulled him aside for a Minnesota-inspired carry-on item. This is pretty funny. In the video, the man said he was so embarrassed as a bewildered TSA agent pulled out 10 cans of Spam. 10 cans.
Jeez.
I don't know why he needed that much, but the guy whose name is Joel was born in Hawaii, where Spam is a staple of their local cuisine there. Of course, Spam being manufactured right here in Minnesota. He was working as part of a touring dance group that made their first stop in Austin, where the Spam Museum is located. He had apparently been lugging that Spam around with him, too, for 2.5 weeks until his flight. So he just wanted to make sure he did not ever run out of that stuff.
Exactly. 10 cans, that's good for a few months, I'd say, at least. But
let's hope, yeah.
I've always heard that Hawaii is a huge fan of Spam.
Yes.
You were just down there. Did you see any Spam down there?
On the menu, yeah, there were Spam items, and I had actually never had Spam. I still haven't had Spam. But I was tempted to order it while I was there because I was like, if anybody knows how to make it, it's probably the people of Hawaii.
Yep.
You know?
Oh my gosh.
Have you had Spam?
I love Spam. It's one of my, probably one of my food groups, honestly. Just like, you got your vegetables, you got your meat, and you got your Spam right there. And
funny.
They make all sorts of different kinds of Spam. They got like spicy Spam and bacon Spam and all sorts of stuff.
So how do you eat it?
You can eat it raw, which I've done before, and it actually is pretty good. You can Spam salad, one of my favorite salads. It's raw Spam, and it's these round noodles, whatever those are called. I forget what they look like. Cheerios.
Penne noodle? Oh, those noodles.
Yeah.
Like I know what you're talking about.
I forget what they're called.
Me too.
But someone can probably let us know on the old Facebooks. But also, the best way, I think, would be just slicing it nice and thin and cooking it like bacon, nice and crispy. And it's just the best thing with breakfast or on a sandwich. You got to try it sometime. Because you like bacon, right?
I do. I love bacon.
It's similar to bacon when you fry it. It tastes a little bit different. But it's unbelievably amazing.
Worth a shot.
Definitely.
Maybe I'll have to get some.
I think you will. Maybe we'll have you try it on the show sometime.
Spam and a peanut butter and jelly.
Together. I bet they'd go good together.
True.
Maybe not.
We could put it to the test.
That might be a little crazy. But when you're texting someone, what's the worst one-word response you could possibly get? I've got a few that come to mind for sure. According to New York City-based comedian Isabel Steckel, she believes it's sure. Steckel says the problem with sure is that it sounds more tentative and less enthusiastic than an outright yes or absolutely, especially when you do not have any body language or vocal cues to kind of reassure you with that. One that I definitely think about, and Seth actually just put in my ear, but I've been thinking for a while, is the word K, with no exclamation point, no period, no punctuation whatsoever. And usually, it's like my parents that will say K, and it's like, are you guys mad? What's going on? But they're really just saying K. It's all right, it's okay. Whatever you just said is all right.
I almost have to pick up the phone after I get a K or like an OK even because I'm so nervous.
Yes.
Same with sure though. Sometimes I'll text my mom, and if we're going over to their house house. I'm like, is it okay if we bring the dogs with? And she just responds, sure, with the period. And I'm like, maybe we should leave them at home. I don't know. But yeah, it's so hard to not read into, text messages like that, because some people are just used to absolutely no exclamation points, no emojis, and it's hard to read.
And that's, my dad hates texting, and I can totally see why that would be, because you can totally misconstrue any text or any message that you receive, because for the same reason that she said, there's no body language, there's no social cues to go with it. You're just reading it at face value, and whatever you interpret is what you think is happening, but that's probably not what they mean, whenever they send it. So it's just, I don't know. It's better to pick up the phone and call.
Agree. One of my friends started doing these voice text messages. You know how you can record your voice if you have a long text message and send it as a message?
Yes.
It's not quite a voice mode, but almost. My friend started doing that, and I'm like, okay, I can hear the inflection in your voice. I like this. I appreciate it a little bit more.
That's the way to go, seriously.
Down at the Mall of America, visitors got to witness one of the best performers we've ever seen on water. The water skiing squirrel, Twiggy, is an eastern gray squirrel, the kind known for stealing bird feed and any other sweet morsels you might leave outside. But this squirrel is known for its sweet moves on skis. Twiggy, which is the name carried by a series of ski-trained squirrels, has been entertaining crowds for more than 40 years. And we've seen Twiggy right here in our neck of the woods. I believe she performed at the boat show or one of those shows recently.
Multiple years, I think, in a row. I think we've seen her a few times up here in Duluth. So Twiggy, also a Duluth staple every once in a while.
So fun to watch her. She is talented. Well, hey, coming up, we have your blindfold, speaking and thinking on our feet as we lead an auction.
We're being
we're being set up already. Come over here.
Okay.
Come there.
Okay. Mine.
$2.5 now, $5 bids, $7.5 to get $5 bids, $7.5 now, $10 to get $10 bids, $12.5 to get $10 bids, $10, $12.5, $10 bids, $12.5 to get $10 bids, $12.5.
You guys are going to get to learn a little bit about auctioneering from Travis and Leah from Rafter Auction.
We started an online auction business. It's called Rafter Auctions, located downtown, and it's kind of like eBay in the sense that you put items online, there's a little bit of time, people sign up, they bid on the items, and at the end, it's kind of like a live auction where time gets extended. If there's two people kind of going back and forth, and it'll just keep going and going until somebody finally, quits.
So I've always wanted to know, is that gibberish what you're saying, or is it actual
No,
words
it's
that you're
actual,
saying?
it's actual words, filler words. You got to know the number you're at and the next number you want, and then when you go, you put your filler words in there, and a lot of them is, I'm bid $1, would you bid $2? I'm bid $1, would you bid $2? Over time, you start speeding up, and you get better at it, and then it sounds like, I'm bid $1, bid $2. I'm bid $1, bid $2. $2, bid $1, bid $2. Basically, if you can count, you can be an auctioneer.
If you're a good singer, it helps, because you need to get that cadence, which makes it more interesting than when it's someone who's kind of monotone.
Sure.
One of the first ones you learn in school when you go to auctioneer school is
Auctioneer school?
yeah. It's like the big brown bug bit a big brown bear. The big brown bug bit a big brown bear.
The big brown bug. Big brown bear. Big brown bug. Big brown bear. Big brown bug. Big brown bear.
Yeah.
So what are we up to today?
We might have you try and sell some items.
Oh, I like it. Okay, let's do it.
I'll go first.
Give it a shot, Ryan.
You can say that, and you're like, all right, let's
Does he have
start
time?
this.
Is this your item? Is this what I'm bidding on?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Is that a mandolin?
Tell me.
All right. You ready? You ready?
Let's see it.
Cool.
Let's see it.
All right, today, folks, welcome to the Northern Light Auction Studio. We got a vintage gilt bronze Asian sculpture of a Thai deity prince playing music circa 1950s. Let's start today's bid at $10. $10. Do I hear $10? Do I hit $10? $10. There's $10. Oh, 19. $10. Can I hear 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12 for the ground, 12 for the ground, 12. Do I hear 20? Can we get 20? 20 for the guy, lady. 25. Do we hear 25? Do we hear 30? 30 in the back. 30. How about 30? 30 do we hear 40? 40 to the deity. 40 to go to 50. 50, sir? 50 do I hear 100? $100. $100 for the deity. $100. Let's wind it back to 60.
And just say go once.
Going once. Going twice. Oh, 60. We got 60 on the ground. Oh! Absolutely. Pull the rug from the young man. Pull the rug from me. 60. 70. Do I hear 70? 70, 70, 70 for the Navy. 70 for the Navy. Going once. 70 for the Navy. Going twice. Sold.
There you go.
Kind of like,
Gotta be on your side for this guy.
Get to sell the brass ass.
Brass ass. That's what it is.
We have a beautiful brass donkey available. He weighs approximately 5 pounds.
Whoa.
And let's see how many hands. He's at least two, 1.5 hands.
There you go.
All right, so we're gonna start debating at $1,000. Who wants to order $1,000? Would you bet a big brown bear? Would you bet $10? Oh, monkey. Okay, wait. Would you bet 20? Oh, 30. Good now. Would you bet 30? Would you bet 30 over there? How about big brown bug, big brown bear for this lovely little doggy?
60.
Oh, 60. Oh my gosh. Okay. Would you bet 100? No?
65.
Oh, okay. 70 over there. Oh, wow. Would you bet 80?
I'll do 80. I'll do 80.
Whoa.
Doggy needs a home. Needs a forever home. Sorry, go less. Go twice. And so.
123.
They shake your head. Oh, good job.
Now the proud owner of this.
Nice.
Look at that.
There you go.
You guys are not going to want to miss this item. This is a vintage. This is Teddy and the Bear. It's a piggy bank account. Here's what happens. You draw that back, push the bear down, you put a penny right there, you fire it, it shoots the bear on up. It saves your money for you. You might spend money on this, it's going to go right, it's an investment is what it is. Just put it right back into the bear. Go ahead, $10, everybody. $10 on this teddy bear thing, $10. Okay, $10. $20, $20, what, $30? $30 on this bear thing, $20, $30, anybody, $30? $30, hey, how about $40? $45, $45, $50, $50, $55, $70, $70? $120, $70, you got $80? $80 right there? $120?
You said $120.
This is not worth $120.
There's at least 10 cents in there.
You sink a lot of money out of this thing. Okay, $120, $130, $170, $140, $130, $500. Everybody got $500? $500? All right, going once. Going once. Going twice.
520.
Oh,
Wow. Anybody else? 550, 550, 550. Going once. Going twice. Sir, to the lovely man.
there you go. Good job.
That was beautiful.
Good job.
That wasn't too bad, right?
Yeah.
Can I see this logo?
Isn't that cool? Should be noted that no real money was spent at that auction. We didn't spend $520 on that, whatever that thing was, but that was a lot of fun.
It was. I know. I'm glad you pointed that out because I didn't want anybody to think I was just rolling around with $520 in my pocket. You know, not only did I learn a lot about being an auctioneer from those lovely folks, but I learned about being a participant in an auction because I outbid myself on an item there.
You're like at 35 and they jumped up to like 55 or something like that. Like, Briggs.
Like, stop, no, you already have the item, it's fine. But man, it takes a lot of skill to do that. And it was cool because he kind of walked us through some of the things that they learn in auctioneer school, like a big brown bug bit a big brown bear. See, it very hard.
Big brown bug bit a big brown bear.
Yeah,
something
something like that. And he just kind of like practiced by saying it over and over and over again. And he had a few things like that to kind of get him in the zone for auctioneering.
For our first time, I don't think any of us really did that bad when it came to that. But I mean, then you hear him go and do it, and it's like, well, you get like 1,000 words per minute. How does he do that? It's amazing, and that's just years of practice, I guess.
Right. And to be able to value the items as well, like as you go, like man, that's gotta be tough.
It's the best when we'd start off like really big and no one would bid anything. We're like, hey, let's walk it back. Let's bring it back. $1,000, okay, let's go back down to
my $1,000 donkey that I tried to sell you guys. Yeah, that didn't go very far.
Dang it.
Oh, well, huge thanks to those guys for stopping by, and definitely contact them for your auctioneering needs. Let's get to our next story. If you have a dog, you'd probably argue your loving companion speaks to you in a language that only you can understand.
Yeah, now a researcher in Texas is trying to prove it by studying the language of your furry friend. Nicole Nielsen shows us how.
If you've ever wondered what this means, we might be one step closer to finding out.
You can see that they all sound very similar, and they're used at about the same context.
Kenny Zhu is a professor of computer science at the University of Texas at Arlington, who is dedicated to uncoding the mystified language of man's best friend.
I've been fascinated by how intelligent they are, and I was always wonder whether they actually have language.
He's currently using machine learning to translate dog sounds in phonetic representations and eventually words. He showed me how it works.
Yeah. So you can listen to each and every one of the phonemes. So this spectrogram actually shows you the frequency and their strength.
By collecting barks from different sources and stripping away other noises, he then catalogs the sounds and segments them into pieces like syllables and assigns each a symbol similar to our alphabet. The project is legit and backed by a 3-year, $483,000 grant. He says the answers couldn't be more important to the future of understanding and communicating with all animals we coexist with.
It boils down to, facilitate better communication, better understanding between different species, and ultimately we just want to have a better world.
So far, he's transcribed about 10 hours worth of barks into meaning. He's found dogs in different parts of the world speak differently too.
Indeed, we are still in a very early stage of the research. There's going to be a lot of challenges.
Only the beginning of the discoveries to come. In Arlington, Nicole Nielsen, CBS News, Texas.
Man, that is so cool. I know, I can tell when my dog Harry has, kind of an angry bark, and sometimes when he has more of a playful bark, but to go to that extent, what a cool research project.
And you should have signed up. I don't know if you could have been the head for that, but that would have been the coolest thing ever. 3 years with dogs, studying them, my gosh.
Yeah, I will volunteer Harry kindly to be studied.
Next round.
Teach me his language, please. We'll look ahead to tomorrow's show when we come back right after the break. Thanks for being with us here on Northern Lights.
Well, tomorrow here on Northern Life, it's another doesn't work product. Regular belts can sometimes be a little uncomfortable, so Rachel Hackbarth will be showing us a device that's promising to provide the same support, but it's light enough to feel like it's not even there. With belts, isn't it kind of weird? I've actually heard this from a comedian before, but there's loops around your pants, and there's belts that are like holding up your pants. So who's doing the work here? Is it the pants with the loops, or is it the loops are there to support the belt, but then the belt is there to hold up the pants?
Interesting. It's kind of like is water wet question,
yes.
Or which came first, the chicken or the egg? I was going to say the duck. That's not quite it. Hopefully Rachel lets us know.
I think she'll let us know the answer.
I think she might. Well, if you're thinking about a tough day, check out this car in California. A 2-car crash ended in a strange fashion when one of the vehicles was lifted into the air by a fire hydrant. That is scary. The Orange County Fire Authority posted this video saying, "We're going to chalk this up as something you don't see every day." Absolutely not. It sounds like both parties are okay. Good news. I don't know what I would do. Like, what if you were in the car and that happened while you were still in it?
Well, imagine the amount of pressure that the water is shooting up to hold up a car. I can't believe it. What do you do?
I really don't know. No. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.
Find some time to throw a line, or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.